And this is really where, if you think about how we process information in the executives that you're presenting to, the customers or wherever you're presenting to, it really comes down to logic and emotion. And as an analyst and as somebody worked in this, I really thought it was just, if I had a well-reasoned, well-articulated insight, that should be sufficient. And I really dismissed the role of emotion in decision making, and it does play a big role. And so this is where, if we take the data, the facts and insights that we have, and combine it with a narrative, all of a sudden we have a vehicle that really can bridge or connect to that emotional side of decision making. And so that's why we need to tell data stories and not just share facts and figures.
Yeah, and actually, Brent, I was reviewing, looking at some stuff in your book this morning, and I came across a quote that said something along the lines of, numbers don't yield change, right? And so it's that thing of, we do lead with numbers, right? That's kind of a given. I think it's one of those things that maybe it's because of the fact that, it's driven predominantly, by finance. And so we think about in numbers because that happened to me. But really, if you think about, even just recent, things that have been written, Simon Sinek, start with why, and kind of that whole thing, and sort of really appealing to the emotional side of people to really get that momentum and build up. So I think there's a lot of truth to this, is that we get stuck on the logic side because we see those big numbers or we see those big opportunities, but then you got to sort of stop and think about, okay, who does that really matter to, and kind of how do you play both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.